1 a.m. and all, but I really need to get a stream out. I'm really bored. So guys, I'm going to be trying to play some triple threat for a while. Try and get some packs that can give me crappy players that I can quick sell. At the end of the day, you get a Lonzo Ball. Klay Thompson, Scottie Pippen, and Kyrie. I'm scared here except for the fact that he has no big men. Scottie Pippen's his biggest dude, and he's a small forward. I'm gonna be honest though, I go off of positions, but I respect this guy because he's probably gonna end up having like the perfect 3-point shot. Now I did just make a video, I didn't upload it. I'm not going to upload it probably because my uploading skills are like equivalent to a dog trying to play poker. Alright, it's crappy. And like so pretty much the video is on like how you can get your cards, like how you can get good cards from the auction house for really cheap. This guy only knows one player on the court, and that is Klay Thompson, so this guy is clearly just gonna binge use Klay Thompson, overuse him. So I'm just gonna show him a little piece of dirt. Alright, that was easy. I'm using a full slashing team, but he's using a... Alright, how the hell did he get that team? Like, that was heavily contested. And if I ever shoot a heavily contested shot with a player with even 99 shooting, it'll always miss. And that is proof that this guy is milking his best player, being Kyrie and Klay, because they are like the Splash Brothers if Curry wasn't on the Warriors, and if Kyrie made it to the Warriors, which would have been actually really sick to see that. I would like to see that. Who would play point guard in the Warriors? I know that Curry is 6'3". He's about the same height as Steve Harvey, the best game show host ever, the host of Family Feud, the show that Ninja had over 5 appearances on, and only once when he actually was blowing up with over 10 million Twitch followers and over 1 million Fortnite players trying to stream snipe him. I honestly feel bad for Ninja because he had to deal with that, and then he dealt with the fact that he's going to Mixer, a new video app. Also, I'm surprised this guy has not used Scottie Pippen, except for maybe some light defense that he's attempted. I'd expect from a guy who has him that he'd use him at least once during this game, and that was not the intended pass, and now he's gonna use it. Nope, he's passing it to Klay Thompson, which is exactly why this guy is clearly a 3-point thirsty sack of crap that literally has only shot threes this entire game. His 12 points are solely accumulated from shooting and hitting successful threes with Klay Thompson. As you can see, he has dripped that one in. Now, I'm not trying to be cool or anything saying the word drip, because you can literally say the word drip, because it does not mean anything wrong. Honestly, I don't get those people who are just like, yeah, that's a drip, bro. Like, what does that mean? Yeah, that's drip, bro. That's like saying that something is, like, has a drip on it, okay? A drip usually refers to, like, a small object, like a small liquid, okay? Like, if you have a drip, I don't even know, actually. I'm thinking of a drop of water, you know? Or no, it's like, if little drops are falling off of something, that's considered as dripping. I don't know, but I guess a bunch of like normal, like, you know, words that used to be normal and mean legitimate things have changed to words that only cool kids can say between the time that they were invented back in 1805 to, you know, 2019, where everybody thinks that they can be the next big rapper from owning a SoundCloud account. Yeah, my friend literally releases a SoundCloud song and thinks that he's gonna be the next crap. He also announced that he's gonna start off with every one of his songs that he releases on SoundCloud with this going platinum. Also, guys, I think you can call that the comeback of the century.
I always knew she was definitely a little bit bizarre. I could just tell by the way she would space out and was weirdly obsessed with
Well, same as a weird girl in school. Wow, I had one of those.
seemed okay until out of nowhere her cringe started showing itself on a massive factor over a span of like 3 weeks. So from the very start of the year, this chick was weirdly obsessed with hamsters. Like, she could point out special species of hamsters and subsets and what they looked like. It was pretty bizarre, alright? Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure everybody's an expert in something.
Yo, just so you know, the YouTuber I'm watching is Scrubs. Please do not copyright me for watching your videos. I fully respect you. And there's gonna be like that one dude who watches this when it's not a video, or when it is a video, sorry, and it's like, you copied content! And then tries to get me copyright strikes, and then it turns out that's that one kid that DDoSed me in the past that I probably still will get beef with if I ever see him on YouTube. Like, if he actually does something good on the internet. Other than getting in beef with, 2K YouTubers, and then trying to get popular over saying cringy rap words at the age of, like, I don't know, 15. Honestly, guys, I'm sorry. I can't take that kid seriously, though. Like, oh, man. I will be telling you a live story time because I know that that kid probably doesn't watch my videos. And if he does, he is going to take this video down. So if you guys see that this video has been taken down, it is by this guy. And I probably will get breaching of privacy and be asked to change it around because I'm going to be fully exposing this kid with his YouTube name. Alright, so this story starts back about a couple years ago. Now, I did not make a video on this because it was embarrassing. It was Fortnite Save the World, and so there was this kid, okay, named Brewski, alright? I saw him in the global chat, and he was trying to trade, so I was like, alright, I'll trade with you. I'll do it at your home base. So he joined up, like, we were in a party together, we ended up creating a party, and we were just chatting, we were just saying, like, hey, man, how's it going? We were casually talking, okay? And then we got into trading, he was like, alright, so he did what I call the classic 1-2 scam. Now, the 1-2 scam, for people who don't know, because they haven't played Save the World, or they just don't give a crap, like everybody probably should, and this is just a name that I invented, like, literally a second ago, okay? So the 1-2 scam is when you, legitimately trade with a player in Fortnite Save the World, alright? You do the first trade legit, but you do it for something small that you don't really care about, and then you ask to trade something else. Now, you'll ask him now because he trusts you, because you trade him something that he asked for, you trade with him for the exact kind of gun, and you didn't do anything to scam him. You are fair. This kid now will trust you and be like, alright, now I'm trusting you. And then he's like, yeah, we'll start with some smaller trades and then we'll work our way up to the big trades. So usually people agree to this, and then they'll fall for the biggest trap in history of Save the World trading. Alright, so why I called this the 1-2 scam is because of this reason. Alright, now, so the first trade, you actually do a genuinely small trade. Maybe, because there's gun levels. So let's say you'll do like an 82, because that guy might be in a base level where he can craft 82s. And so he'll probably just give you guns that he can easily craft, but he won't tell you that. And that's what I do a lot when I traded in Save the World. And now I'm like, if I ever play Save the World, I'll realistically just be going out and giving people guns I can craft. I haven't played Save the World in a year. So I'll probably end up just giving away all my guns. So, yeah. This guy, tries doing the 1-2 scam. However, we're at his storm shield. A did not give me host permission, which if you don't know, if you give somebody else the host, that means that they can kick you whatever they want to do. I've actually had this happen to me. However, if they kick you, since you're actually the owner, because there's a difference between being the host and the owner. The host just means that you can't get kicked. You can kick. But being the owner means that if you get kicked from the game, then the whole thing ends because you have not, like, whatever. I've actually had it happen though where people have not known about this, so they will like try scamming me by kicking me from my own home base, and I'm the owner, so they will kick me, and then I'll be like, dude. And they'll realize like right after they do it, wait, and they'll have like their good items. They're like, what just happened? I'm like, dude, you were stupid. That's what happened. That's besides the point, okay? So I'm in a game with this kid. He does one legit trade, and I'm like, yeah, I full on believe this kid. And then he starts getting into the bigger trades, which are actually really excessive. So he's like, yeah, I'll trade you a lump sum of your guns for, this, or I'll do this trade. And I was thinking, and I was like, actually getting, like, tricked by this kid into the 1-2 scam strategy. So I had thought, this kid's legit, I'm gonna do it. So I was like, okay. And so I dropped my weapons, he kicked me, and he was like, yeah, it's all a joke. Now this is another scam method where you just convince somebody that you're, like, that you're not a scammer by fake scamming them and saying, like, yeah, I'll give you your stuff back. And then at the end of the day, you just full-on scam them for a bunch of guns. Alright? Was what this guy did. Alright? So he was fake scamming me, convincing me that that scam was gonna be fake, and he was gonna be giving me my guns back. So I was believing it every time, like, yeah, I'm just gonna get all my guns back. And this kid was a YouTuber as well. YouTube.com/Brewski. If you watch this video and you have not seen this kid's channel yet, first of all, he's a white boy who acts more black than any black person I've seen, okay? Not to sound racist or anything. I'm not racist. Actually, some of my closer friends, shout out to Jeremiah, are actually black. And Jeremiah, you aren't. Actually, I'm not even going to say that. That might sound racist as a whole. I have a friend named Jeremiah. You know who you are. If you're watching this, well, you're one of my closer friends. But, yeah. He's one of my closer black friends, and he actually knows about this kid and is calling him racist because, of course, this kid's saying as much as the N-word, and, like, so he's like, yeah, the N-word, 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 thinking that he's cool because he's, like, some thug who says the N-word in his spare time and thinks that he's black. Now, I'm not saying that all black people are, like, thugs who say the N-word. I mean, like, this kid full-on thought that he was, like, a blood gang. Like, he thought he was in the Bloods, okay? Bloods or Crips, I don't know. Okay, I'm not into that gang stuff. I'm not a gang member. I will never be. I am innocent. I am only a teenager going in my first year of high school. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm a blood, bro. I don't want to get stabbed. Okay? But pretty much, no, this kid, I didn't even know that he thought he was a thug, but he was talking kind of like, yeah, man. And he was talking like somebody who just finished smoking about 1.5 grams of pot, okay? He sounded a little bit high. He wasn't, though, because I know that he sounded about my age. At the same time, he sounded like a high kid my age, which, believe it or not, is actually completely common for my day and age now. If you guys are not a teenager, or you are and you don't know this, actually a majority of our generation are druggies. What am I even talking about? This one, but no, like, that's just the future stuff. So this kid hits me with the 1-2 scam, but he's like doing it subtly. So he's like, yeah, join back, and he's doing these bigger trades, and then he gets into big things, and he's like, I got 2 of the highest level weapons in the game, and the 2 of the rarest, or no, like 4. So they're 130 Gravediggers if you're a Fortnite player, and it was like, like January time, okay? If you didn't know, the Gravedigger was only released during Halloween, and it was the rarest gun in the game for a long time, and the max level is 130, which you can get once you have completed all the storm shields and you've gone the furthest in the game. Only people who are literally like level 100 are able to get these guns. And so this dude is all like, yeah, this and that, this and that, okay? So then I'm like, yeah, I'll trade you all my guns. And I wasn't feeling that sketchy. I was like, yeah, I trust this dude, okay? I don't think he's that, like, I don't think he's that much of an a-hole. I was wrong, guys, okay? Because I dropped all my items in Save the World. And it wasn't my materials, but he was, like, just trying to get all my guns, okay? So then I'm like, okay, this is getting kinda, normal. Then he kicks me, I'm like, alright, this is all just a joke, right? In my head. And then he's like, you just got scammed. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, that was a whole scam. Get out of here. And so he started bragging, he invited me back. And instead of him being like, yeah, he only was showing my stuff. And he was like opening a window. And he was like, yeah, you can get your guns back. I was like, oh really? He's like, nah bro, you can see through this window. And then he was trying to brag, he couldn't pick up all of his stuff, and then he eventually ended up inviting one of his friends, where I almost got my stuff back. They kicked me, and I was like getting really disappointed at this point. I was a huge 10-year-old playing Save the World, and these were only 58 power level guns. At this point, I can craft 2 times that. I can craft 106, which is exactly 2 times 2 times 58 would be 116. Yeah, math problem right here. But, so yeah, this kid scammed me, and I was pissed off, okay? So I knew that this guy's a scammer now. And I realized, I was like, yo, you said you have a YouTube channel, because he was like, yeah, I'm uploading this on YouTube, this kid's hilarious, he's sad at this. I'm like, honestly, I really hope this kid just ends up crying on stream one day because he got scammed reverse. So what happens, okay, is that, I ended up finding his channel. I was like younger, and I fully understand it, but no, this is only about a year ago. I was still 13. So I'm like, alright. And this kid makes a stream later on. I see it in my recommended or whatever, my subscriptions, because I had subscribed to this dude knowing that he's probably going to do this again on stream someday. I can easily expose him, okay? And I was like, damn right, I'm about to expose this kid and end his YouTube career. So first of all, I got him a couple of, like, copyrights or whatever. I did a couple things that tried getting, his channel in trouble. I think I almost got him a suspension at one point. I got him a warning. But I don't know. And then, that's in the good stuff, okay? So this kid, about a week later, okay, thinking, hey, this kid doesn't know my channel, even though it's literally in his PlayStation name. It was at that point like, it's King Brewski. By the way, Brewski sounds like broski, which is something that cool people say, or wannabe cool people say, is broski as a term to bro, which commonly can even relate to brother, because me and my brother are bros. We're just like close friends, okay? But I never say the word bro. I just was using it as a figure of speech or whatever. But I honestly swear he was just adding like a thug remix to the word broski or bro. Like, literally. Bro can mean 2 things, I guess. Like, broski, which also relates to brother, which broski is something that people be like, yeah, my bro, my brother, whatever. I feel like it was just a thug thing, and he's just trying to be cool. This kid, I think, might be a year older than me. Either way, though, I see some of his streams, and he even has face cam, which is stupid. I can't do face cam in my streams, that's why I never do it. If I could, I probably wouldn't, though, because then you guys would see how I look, which, in person, you would not want to meet me, alright? I may play 2K. Does that mean I'm good at basketball? No. I can hardly make a jump shot. If I was put into any sport, that I could get anywhere in, it would be either A, golf, because I'm white, have a fat ass, and meet all of Happy Gilmore's description of a golfer. When, if you haven't seen the movie, the description was you have to wear goofy pants and a fat ass. Okay, that's literally his description. Um, Besides the point though. So I honestly just don't use face cam for those reasons, that I just look really bad in real life. In basketball, I can hardly hit a 2-pointer from under the net. Like, if it's like directly under the net, it like I would airball it, or I'd end up shooting it up and it'd go through the net twice. All right, if you've ever done that, where it's like you'll shoot the ball and then it'll kind of go through the net and then it'll go back through. It's kind of this weird thing that happens if you just shoot it directly up in basketball. I don't know, a lot of people do it. It's just as a fun thing. But I didn't even know that this kid was into basketball. But no, he starts off a stream one day, and it's scamming scammers live. So first of all, he's trying to just scam kids, okay? So he goes in the global chat and says, hey, I want to trade my Canny Valley storm base. So first of all, he was trying to flex it. He was in Canny Valley, which, if you've ever played Save the World, is the second highest zone. So there's Stonewood, which is the starters, then Plankerton, then Canny Valley, then Twine Peaks. I don't know if they've added anything like a new type and upgrades and stuff. I don't know. I haven't played Save the World in about a couple months, about maybe 3. No, I haven't played in a while. I only will go on it to get my daily rewards, which is what a lot of people do. But no, he's trying to first of all say my Canny Valley storm base, which of course a lot of people, if they're trying to trade their own storm base, it's a hint that they might be trying to scam. So pretty much, I'm like, okay, so first of all, that's a red flag. If you're trying to expose them or scam them back, you're going to want to say that you'll do it at their home, at their base, okay? And then second of all, you're going to want to say, just give me host, or give me edit permissions. And then you're going to want to say, like, even if you do scam me, please stay in the party, because, you know, that I don't care. And then you're going to want to wait for them to attempt / successfully scam you, and then you're going to want to throw, hey, I'm a YouTuber, dude, you're getting exposed. After you say, alright, can we trade though my home base, I'll give you host and edits, and then you proceed to completely annihilate them by dropping the scam hammer on them. So already the first red flag was that he was asking you to do it at his home base. Now, then he gets into a game, right? I see this kid named Jordan, bro. And funny enough, me and this kid are actually friends on PlayStation now. So pretty much I messaged this kid on PlayStation, not even knowing who it is, but I'm like, hey, that kid that you're trading is trying to scam you. And then I say, yeah, he's recording on YouTube. And I send this kid the message, and on stream all I hear is, yeah, this kid saying that you're trying to scam me. And he's like, who? And he immediately starts getting pissed off, and he's like, who's saying that? And he's like, I'm not telling you, I'm not a snitch, which I fully respect this guy for saying that, even though I kind of snitched on myself in this case, okay? So, then he's like, damn it. And so this dude leaves the game, and he's like, yeah, I don't trust you. So then, I ended up adding this kid. We got into a party and we started talking, watching his stream, and so then I come in his chat, dude, I caught you. You're not gonna successfully do this. And he's like, oh, screw you, dude. And he starts getting pissed off. He starts getting really defensive, saying this stuff. And he's also trying to talk like a thug, like, screw you, cuh, you know. And I'm like, honestly, this is the cringiest crap I've seen in a while. And then he starts like getting to the point where he goes into another lobby. Now, he agrees to join somebody else because he's like, yeah, there's a scammer here. And he said that about everybody, okay? He said that they were a scammer. So, automatically, I knew that there was an issue with the fact that you couldn't trust this kid, okay? She's like, yeah, this is a scammer here. I'm like, probably isn't, dude. You're probably just trying to get that for content, in my opinion, okay? So, he joins this guy up. And this guy's like, hey, I see the guy's gamer tag. I don't even remember, because I didn't end up adding this guy after, because this guy didn't accept my friend request. So then, I messaged him. I'm like, hey, dude, that guy's trying to scam you real quick. And he's like, yeah, I just got a message from somebody saying that you're trying to scam me, so I'm not going to trade with you. And they just dropped a bunch of planks, which if you don't know, are the most common item in Fortnite Save the World. So this guy's like, God damn it, you got me again. And he's starting to get, at this point, really pissed off. And he starts actually, like, whining and kind of doing a little bit of a tear up. Because he's wearing a face cam, I'm pretty sure, at this point. And then he ends up ending the stream because he's pissed off that he just got exposed not once, but twice. And so he ends the stream off. Later on, he starts a new stream. This is like a couple days, maybe a couple weeks later. And then, so I ended up starting my own stream, and I think it's still on my channel called Hating on Brewski. Just because I knew this kid is, odds are, this kid is subscribed to me, and will see the stream name. So then, he goes on his phone and is like, hating on, I'm watching his stream, right? And he's like, hating on Brewski, wow. He starts watching my stream, right? Then it gets to the point where we're talking, like, we're trying to talk trash. He's talking crappy trash talk to me, just like, yeah, cuz, you know, cuz, you know? I'm like, damn, this kid's cringy in my head, because I'm like, I'm talking like a white boy named Gerald, okay? I'm like, hi, I drink soy milk. But this kid's talking like freaking Tyrone out here. Alright, now I'm just using some stereotypical black and white names. Alright, I don't actually believe that a white boy, like, a black guy can easily be named, you know, Eugene or Gerald or whatever, and black guy, or white guy can easily be named, Tyrone. It doesn't matter. I wasn't trying to get into some race thing there. But no, I was trying to talk like some dude named Gerald, okay? Who loved to play lacrosse, okay? Or like a dude who liked to play golf. And at this point, I wasn't even into golf. My favorite sport was hockey at that point. I still have hockey as one of my top 2 favorite sports of all time because I'm Canadian. It's my second favorite though because basketball kind of overtook this NBA season. Um, when I found the Raptors were in the playoffs, I ended up getting into NBA, and I was like, damn, they're doing pretty good this season. I'm gonna start following the Raptors again. So I know that a lot of people in the or in the comments after this video are gonna be like bandwagon ass. I'm like, yeah, I probably could be called a bandwagon, but at the end of the day, I'm Canadian. If I had to pick any team for basketball, I'd pick the Raptors. 99% of Canada, or like 90% of Canada, if they hear what's your favorite basketball team, they're gonna pick the only team in their country, unless they kind of live on like one of the borders. Like if they live on the border between, I don't know, Detroit, on the border of Detroit, then they're probably gonna say something on the lines of the Pistons. That's my grandparents and my mom's favorite team, because they'll Detroit everything, literally. But no, this is like before I played or heard of basketball, or before I was getting into it, because this is like still the 2018 season, before the Kawhi trade, before the Raptors were actually considered to be a good team. When they still had DeRozan, Valanciunas, they still had some good players overall, but they were just like, they're playoff contenders, okay? They weren't finals contenders. They weren't even playoff lock-ins. They were playoff contenders, which you know is not a good thing, okay? If you even follow basketball, you'll know that playoffs, if you get into them, that means nothing. That just means that you're in like the top 16 in the league, which with the Knicks almost every year having like one of the worst lineups, I think you're pretty solid. And with the Suns, especially since I think they lost Devin Booker, I don't know. Somebody don't quote me on that. I have not been following up the Devin Booker news, but I know that this year a lot of teams got worse and a lot of teams got better. The Raptors got worse because not only did they essentially just give up a 4-year deal for one player, like one really important 4-year deal for a 1-year deal that was not the greatest because he ended up signing with the Clippers, but they won a championship and the dude literally dipped, also becoming like best friends with Drake, okay? The rapper who was potentially able to make a diss track on literally anyone. I don't know, maybe he'll drop the Logan Paul diss track, but you never know. Alright, so I don't even know how I got to this, but pretty much we're starting to trash talk through YouTube, by the way, okay? This is like next level YouTube drama. And when I say next level, I mean instead of it being through like Twitter or through comments. It's literally through us watching each other stream. Then we end up, because we're both playing Fortnite, I'm just like, hey, 1v1 me, dude. And he's like, okay, bet. And then, so then I realized, hey, you know what? I have one of my friends in the party. You guys probably know him, Johnny Lanthony 141. He's in a lot of my, or he was in a lot of my Fortnite streams when I was actually playing the game. Um, and then he was playing with this other guy who I have no disrespect against. I don't think he had any disrespect against me besides the fact that his friend that he was playing with was trash talking me. That was the only real like disrespect I could find that he would have had for me. And the only disrespect I could have for him was the fact that he was hanging out with this dude. I honestly just, the only reason why I even have respect for him to this day is because I don't know how the hell he, like, actually still talks to this kid. I don't know if he does. But I don't know how he lived with that for however long. But no, we end up getting into a 2v2. Now, I'm watching his stream too, and he never said anything about him about him turning off my stream. But I guess he did. I don't know. I think that he could know where I was because he knew where I was. So pretty much he went to the back area over to the trail park with my friend. He ended up landing with them, and then he got killed by his friend. And he said like, yeah, that guy's pretty good. So immediately I knew that my friend respected him. Then I am in a fight with these two guys at once, okay? Now, I'm not even gonna lie, though. His friend was really good at the game, okay? Um, so, his friend... So, I ended up... No joke, alright? One burst, okay? I couldn't see him. It was in the dark, and I saw one bullet come from his gun to cross by my face. I immediately took one bullet, one shot, and I killed this dude. And he immediately gets pissed off in his stream. Then I start rushing him because I'm like, his friend's probably rezzing him. So I rush him, I end up getting a kill on his friend and kill both of them. And so he immediately unmutes me. He's like, dude, you're stream sniping, you're stream sniping. I'm like, in my head, both like, damn, bro. You are a really big whiner. At the same time, I'm like just laughing my ass off because this how much he's whining over a simple 1v1 that I was gonna think, hey, it's friendly. Alright. And then this kid gets into a situation where he's like, alright, bro, you stream snipe me. That's fair and square, okay? Because he was like, yeah, dude, you freaking knew where I was. You were watching my stream, and I was like, but you were watching my stream probably. He never confirmed or denied it, which means that odds are he was watching my stream as well. Because he knew where I was, but I mean that could have been because my friend had just charged them. But at the same time, my friend never told them where I was or anything. So they would have just had to go for the trailer park thinking, hey, if they're near, then the closest place would probably be the trail park. I don't know what their logic was on that. But pretty much, this dude's like, you're stream sniping. Then I invited a couple of my other friends into my party. They're in the party, they're just chilling, and I'm like, yeah, this kid is claiming that I stream sniped him. So we're all now, I add him to a group chat with all my friends in the party, which is about 5 people, including me. And we're just all chirping, I'm like, just spamming, get stream snipe, get stream snipe, get stream snipe, because we're just at this point messing around with this kid, alright? He thought that he got stream snipe from a dude because I'm better than him, alright? And then he's like, he gets pissed, he loses the group chat, which I fully understand, alright? If you're getting made fun of because you just got stream sniped, or not even stream sniped, you just got killed in a game, and then claim that you were getting stream sniped. Now, overall, the way that he was saying it was just stupid, okay? He was just being stupid at this point. And so he leaves, and then about a week later, I'm streaming. I don't know how long, accurately a week. And this random ass dude starts commenting, chirping at me, okay? Or no, he actually ended up sending me direct messages, and I don't even know. Yeah, it was because I was in Fortnite, I was in the storm, and I got in a fight, and then I killed the dude and left because I was trying to loot, and he was like, yeah, you're a dumbass, you know, you had to go and loot instead of just killing the guy in the storm or whatever. So he was just calling me out, alright? And I was like, okay, dude, if you're one of those followers of Brewski, I fully understand. You're just hating on me. And so it turns out he probably was, okay? So then I just bring a bunch of my friends into the party, or into like this group chat with him, and he's like, yeah, you just bring all your bubba. I'm not even joking. I swear this guy was either saying bubbas or butt buddies. I don't know what he was saying, but it was so like it was such like a gangster like mumbly word that I couldn't tell what he was saying, what exactly it was that he was trying to say. But he was saying that I essentially brought my friends in. He's chirping at me for that. Even though it's about, at this point, a 4 or 5 on 1. He has no chance of actually winning this argument, okay? I don't even know how to green those, but... So this guy has no chance whatsoever of winning this argument against me and all my friends, okay? And so he's like, alright. And then he eventually leaves because he's like getting exposed or whatever. He's just getting embarrassed. And so me and my friends ended up just having the rest of that day. Then it's about a month or two later. Um, I thought me and Brucey were chill because he was inviting me to Fortnite or whatever, and I was like, alright, I didn't talk to him. I didn't accept any of his invites yet. And then I'm streaming one day. I'm streaming Save the World. And he's like, he just joins my party, and I'm like, hey, dude, are you trying to play? He's like, yeah. Now, at first, I'm like, alright, this guy's just trying to play. And he's like, yo, you know how you're, whatever. Like, he's like, you live in this age? Now, I start getting red flags immediately because he's like, asking me what city I live in. I'm like, nah. And he's like, you live in this area? And he ended up saying my actual city that I live in. I'm like, nah. He's like, yes, you do. I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, yes, you do. No, I don't. And then, so I'm just like, what the hell? He's like, and you know how you're streaming right now? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no, you're not. And so then I ended up getting booted offline. Like my internet stopped, and of course it turns out that this kid was booting me. He was DDoSing. I didn't know what was going on. I thought that my internet was crappy that time because I was already lagging and Save the World in the first place. So I was like, alright. But I said this other kid's in the party, and then it immediately brought me to the fact that I am currently getting some sort of or form of like hacked, okay? Because this dude, if you don't know what Guy Fawkes is, it's those anonymous masks, alright? And this dude's profile picture is of him in a Guy Fawkes mask. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of creepy. And also, so is his background is a Guy Fawkes and on a computer, and there's just a bunch of those hacker codes on it. So I'm immediately like, god damn, this dude's a hacker. He's getting my address right now. And so he never actually had my actual address, okay? He only knew the city that I lived in, because if you don't know what DDoSing is, it's daily dose of sauce. I'm kidding. I don't know the exact term, but it's essentially you just boot somebody offline for a split second. You can find their IP address through being in a party or a game with them, and you'll honestly find a lot of those in like Rainbow Six Siege or any game that makes people toxic. You'll find people who be like, yo, I'm about to boot your IP right now. Realistically though, those people are innocent. They probably won't. They just get pissed off and they immediately start throwing out the threats. And you just say my dad's a cop, and then they'll just stop on the spot, okay? They'll stop, drop, and then they'll roll, okay? They'll be like shivering in their freaking seat. But no, I didn't know what was going on. I just thought it was a classic old I got kicked off my internet, and then I joined back, seeing that he invited me, and I was like, okay, this is getting kind of sketchy though, because the other guy in the party has like the dude with the Guy Fawkes on. He has an anonymous mask as his profile picture. I'm like, god damn, this is kind of some sketchy crap. And yeah, and then he continuously boots me. I'm like getting scared, okay? I've never been dealt with DDoSing. Now that I have, though, I know that it's like innocent. It is still illegal to DDoS because it is technically a form of hacking, which in most countries is illegal to just do regular hacks, especially how in the US they've literally arrested anonymous hackers, okay? If you don't know, yeah, anonymous is, but that's anonymous,
Xbox
okay?
or PlayStation.
Um, Truly, I'm a PlayStation player. Alright. I'm telling a story right now, but I don't care. I'm a I'm a storytime YouTuber, you know. I do a little bit of story times here and there, but I just enjoy it. Alright. Also, this is like the most, like, this is the best I've done in this game mode. Win 5 matches of triple threat online. If I can win any more, oh damn, I can get a dynamic duelist pack. I really want that pack because I have a chance of getting a galaxy opal from it, and if I do, then I will be like pissing myself of like both excitement and not giving a crap. It's sad when that's only 500 MT in between two really good looking packs, and that is not going to be a good pack. I'm going to go for the far right because most of the time that'll bring me like to near the direct middle, and potentially towards the ideal pack for me. God damn it, it gives me more MT. But nah. So this guy's like a Guy Fawkes on his thing, okay? And I'm like getting sketched out. I'm kind of concerned. I'm curious on what the hell is going on here. Um, then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got kind of sketched out. Didn't know what was going on. I was scared, and I was like, oh god. So I ended up eventually just, unplugging my router and leaving my house. This kid ended up getting a hold of my mom, because if you don't know, I believe through somebody's IP, you could probably end up doing some coding crap, like, you know, I don't know, it's probably some, like, messed up coding that you can do, and then you can immediately, like, do this and that, and it's like you can reverse the, location, and then somehow get their number. So he got my mom's number because that's linked to my Wi-Fi. My service provider. And so, this kid calls my mom, okay? And he's a little tattletale. I was laughing my ass off at first until I ended up getting grounded for almost a month. So pretty much, this kid's a little tattletale and tells my mom, yeah, your son's been doing stuff to me on the internet. Okay? I'm doing a voice that would accurately represent how he was. Alright, a little baby. So he tells my mom what I've been doing, and my mom is like pissed. And then, so I'm still in the party at this point. And then my mom is like, says to him, yeah, my son's gonna be in huge trouble when he gets home, okay? And so I'm like, god damn it, this kid really snitched on me. And I ended up leaving, going for dinner with my dad. It was nice. I had a nice dinner. My brother worked at a restaurant that was like, about a 5-minute walk from my house at the time. So I was like, alright. And so we went to my brother's work just to kind of hang out, say hello to my brother, because I love my brother, okay? If you don't love your sibling, then that is just sad. Alright? And also think of it, Mr. Beast gave his sibling $100,000 to spend. Alright? And holy crap, that is an absurd amount of VC that I just received. But no, pretty much this kid told my mom, and he was just a little baby about it. My mom was pissed off. I ended up getting grounded for 3 weeks. My mom thought that this kid was doing some stuff that was worse than it actually was, and then she was like complaining to me about how we just got our internet in trouble. And yeah, I wasn't on the internet for 3 weeks. The time the 3 weeks is over though, because my mom's super chill, and she knows that she's chill, she ended up just lowering my grounding down. Like, she'll never, like, she'll say you're grounded for, like, if you're grounded for over 2 weeks, then you'll probably end up shivering it down to about 2 weeks or a week and a half. Or no, if you're grounded for 2 weeks, then you can probably end up convincing mom to lower it to about a week and a half to 2 weeks, or no, it's like a week and a half to a week even. So I ended up convincing my mom eventually to let me get grounded early. He was like, okay, I don't really care. Um, and then so I was like, yay, I'm not gonna be grounded for a long time. But then she ended up finding out that I guess my account got compromised, because also after this kid snitched on me, he was like, alright, now I know you want me to stop. I'm like, yeah, please do. And he's like, alright, I'll do it under one condition. I'm like, what? And he's like, you just give me a little of that money. So I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, give me your mom's credit card info. I'm like, why? So this kid pretty much, he went onto my account, okay? He DDoSed me. He didn't go on my account, but he DDoSed me. And then he was like trying to play the cool kid card, okay? And he was like, yeah, I'll give you the 30-day ban. Also, my cousin ended up joining the party at one point, and then ended up getting booted by this kid. So I was also pissed off at him because I honestly am very protective over my cousin. I love him. Easton, if you're watching this video, I love you, bro. So I was pretty pissed at this kid for doing this stuff. And I was so pissed off when I got grounded. But it turns out, so this kid was like, so do you have a credit card on your account? So to sum it up, this kid was asking for my credit card info, my mom's credit card info, and asking for me to give him money. And he was saying that he'll take about 1,000. So I was like, how'd you want? He's like, so first of all, this kid did something that I could easily have left the PlayStation party and avoided, but I didn't know what was going on. So that's a start. And, so he was thinking, yeah, after I did all that, made this kid sad, scared, and almost piss himself, what I'm gonna do, alright, is I'm gonna ask him for money. And I'm like, how much do you want? And he's like, maybe about $100. And I'm like, hell nah. You ain't getting $100 from me for doing this crap. And he's like, oh really? I can get that $100. I have your account info right here. And right then and there, I should have just said, all right, tell me my email and password. Then I'll believe you. Because if I had just said that, then he would have been exposed right then and there. I could have recorded it, uploaded a video on it. I didn't really want to though, because I just was super scared, and also worried that he could also get my YouTube information. But he was like, oh, like, yeah, I have your account info, and if you don't do it, then I'll go onto your account and take $100 off of it myself. Now, then he was like, yeah, you got a credit card on it, right? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I always take off my mom's credit card. Realistically, though, at that point I did. I have it off now, though. I took it off, like, when I was saying that, like, shortly after. As well as dealt with issues with people that I've game shared with. Now these are just people that I don't know in person that I've game shared with by accident, just because they manipulated me into doing it, like just done these little basic tricks. And so I've been manipulating, giving people my account info, but I know that this kid never had my account info. He would have had to build a lot of trust in me for me to give him my account info, in which then he could have easily scammed me. But then at the same time, if he bought anything off my account, it would be on my account. So if he decided, hey, I'm gonna buy 100k V-Bucks, first of all, that 100,000 V-Bucks would be on my account, okay? And it'd be using my mom's credit card, which she could easily just, even do as much as emailing Epic Games, and they could be like, yeah, can you just, reverse the transactions and stuff. They probably would have been chill with it, because, like, yeah, my son got hacked. But yeah, he was doing a lot of threats, and at that point, and also, this idiot decided that when he called my mom, right? Now, if you're gonna call somebody saying that their kid has been doing some bad crap to you on the internet, and you risk the fact that this kid's mom already knows about you, which is the situation, right? You risk the fact that you're gonna get exposed. So what you have to do is always turn off caller ID, because then they won't know your number or anything, and they can't call you back at all. They're like, it's innocent at that point. But what this retard idiot does, alright, this kid Brewski decides to do is not turn off caller ID. turns out this kid is a teenager from Arkansas, and to this day my mom still has his number somewhere in her phone. I could probably end up just calling this kid like 1 year later and being like, yeah, dude, honestly, you're about to get exposed. Um, and funny enough, my mom ended up telling my brother his number. My brother, who's 20 and always has my back, okay, ended up calling this kid himself. And I think the kid's crapped his pants a little because this kid, like I said, is like, 15, living in Arkansas. I'd be expecting that he's only getting attention from the belt if he's doing this because, of course, part of the reason why he turned into a bully or a hacker is from bad parenting. I'm expecting that this kid got in a lot of crap from his parents, especially since I think my brother ended up getting a hold, like, talking to this kid's mom and got him in even bigger trouble. But then eventually, like me, he kind of switched games to 2K, but he did it way before me, and he's like an 80 something in my career. I have seen a couple of his videos. He was trying to join this 2K clan called like 2Wavy. I'm not into joining 2K teams because it's like at this point, especially with 2K19 bleeding out kind of situation. I think I just made a whole Call of Duty reference in that one phrase. Um, it's kind of like it's dying down because, of course, 2K20 literally comes out in 5 days, which I'll be streaming in 5 days. But since I still have school on Friday, then those 5 days will be a long ass 5 days. Because I have to do schoolwork, and then Saturday and Sunday though I'll be streaming. I might even do. I'm considering this. Alright, on Saturday to Sunday I'll be doing a freaking 24-hour stream. I probably won't because I'll probably get caught by my mom and she'll probably unplug the internet, but it's worth a try. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have to I'll only be able to stream, the latest I'll be able to stream is about 10 p.m. But it's been alright, guys. I'm gonna be giving you guys a quick overview of my summer. It's been a long ass summer. Alright. Of course I ended school in late June. I was kind of devastated. I was like, I'm finally done with elementary school, or in America things or terms, it'd be middle school. I'm finally going to high school, and there's this thing that I call the post-school realization, where you just realize, wait, you're probably not going to see half these people ever again. These people were your close friends, you made them, they were really nice to you, they were good friends. And then you're just like, alright, I'm gonna cry now or whatever. You're just like, you just suddenly turn really sad. And you're like, and a lot of people in my school had this on the last day. I did not have it on the last day. I was like really happy on the last day of school. I was like, what I like to call being overly happy because I was like, finally elementary school is done. I did not like my school as much as a lot of people would like their school. I was like, it's finally done. Like, end me. Okay? And so, yeah. I ended up ending school off, and over the summer, it has happened. Not much, but over the summer I did go to a 3-week camp where I was not doing streaming. Other than that, though, it was probably what I call the laziest summer ever. Right? When I was home this summer and not at my camp, I was sleeping a ton, okay? I was doing a lot of sleeping, just lying down, relaxing. And overall, half the summer, my average time where I would get up and go up to my top floor, now it'd be like I could go up to my top floor anytime, but I would usually get up around 9-10 a.m. Alright? Over this summer, though, not only did I get up at, 9-10 a.m., I would lie down in my room, getting a little bit of extra sleep for an extra about 5 hours. Alright? I ended up getting out of my bed around noon, alright? I would be getting ready for lunch. I'd go upstairs and my mom would be like, get ready for lunch, honey. Or whatever. I'd make my own lunch and stuff. Like, my mom doesn't really make me food anymore. I'm just trying to be more independent towards myself. Not not, getting mom to make me lunch as much. It's like she'll make me dinner quite often, but um, I don't know. I'm just trying to be more relaxed and not asking my mom to do everything for me. Um, which I think is kind of a thing for all parents. Like my kids being independent for once, finally, and they was like really happy. So I don't know. Maybe my mom appreciates me, doing a lot of my own work. She got me a bike for school because I'm going into high school, but it's too close that I can't get busing, and so I'm not getting busing. I'm actually just gonna. I got a bike. I'm biking to school. So tomorrow, guys, expect a later stream, even though I literally won't be able to get much later or whatever. Like this is gonna be the latest stream I'll probably ever have this school year. The only other time that I have a chance of doing a stream that's past midnight is gonna be on weekends. But honestly, guys, if you are currently in high school, just tell me how did the first day go, okay? Comment down below what your first day was like. Also, if you already graduated, tell me what high school was like. And also, were you nervous? Um, and if you're going into high school like me, are you nervous for high school? It's a new kind of step forward. Not a huge step, but it's still a step forward in your life. More, it's like it's one of the most important things. Some of the most important kind of chapters are going to school, starting up school, like um, getting a job, doing stuff like that. I also do plan on getting a job, which when I do, or if I do, that'll limit my streaming times by a solid, probably close to 3 hours a day. I don't know how much I'm gonna be working. I'll be working enough though to get your boy the new packs. I'm kidding. Most likely I'm gonna be saving up for mostly shoes. Okay, all right. I'm a sneakerhead, as they call us. And if you don't know what a sneakerhead is, it's somebody who just is addicted to like nice shoes. Um, a lot of them are either like nice walking shoes, but they're like really good Nikes, and the other type of sneakerhead, which is the type that I am, are the people who just love their basketball shoes, right? Currently, I only have two pairs of, like, good basketball shoes. And I also try and keep them extra protected, okay? Like, I have a pair of Jordans that I haven't been very overly protective of because, I don't really care as much. They're older, and they're not that nice. They're nice and all, but they aren't that nice. Also, I always get either the nicest looking color scheme. So for the next pair of shoes that I'm going to be getting is going to be a pair of Kyrie 5s, which there's two color schemes I'm looking at. There's a gold and um a gold and black and a red and black. Which overall I'm kind of leaning towards the red and black because that's Raptors colors, and my two favorite colors are red and black. A lot of you guys probably don't know that. But I don't know why I like red and black so much. It's just something about the color, It's just so vibrant. I'm kidding. They're like two really dark colors. Red, you can correlate with the color blood, and black you can correlate with literally the darkness. I don't really care. I just like black because it kind of works with me. Whenever I wear black, um it looks pretty nice. But the only other nice pair of shoes that I have are a pair of Freak Ones from Nike, which are Giannis shoe, which are the newest shoes that I have. And believe me, every time that I have not been out in public, they have been in their original packaging, in their box, because I'm very secure with these shoes, okay? And they are like my best shoes, okay? Like I am, like I said, secure when it comes to these shoes. I'm not, I literally trust zero people when it comes to trying them on, touching them in general. I think the worst that happens to me is I'll let somebody touch them. I won't let somebody wear them. I only let them touch the Nike logo on the bottom or like on the outside because there's like this weird texture. Um it's kind of like a sandpaper feeling to it, and it's like really interesting if you ever have seen them touch them. Like you could easily, if you're going for a new pair of shoes that you're trying to get budget, like your max budget is 130, then even when you're there, just look at them and touch like the outside Nike logo, because these shoes are not what I'd consider a budget pair of shoes. They're $160 Canadian, plus tax, which is about $188 Canadian, which is pretty expensive for a pair of shoes, but sneakerheads, okay? Will get literally any shoes they can get their hands on. They're either A, related to basketball, or B, are any sort of like Yeezys, okay? Any brand that is a shoe of anybody famous, like Yeezys are Kanye, you know, Nikes have a bunch of different basketball players like Jordan, but that's a full-on sub-brand. They got Kyrie, LeBron. They have players under $1 billion contracts. LeBron's under a contract worth $1 billion. Alright? Like, imagine that, okay? And then there's like Steph Curry, who has Under Armour. Actually, funny enough, I think he has like 5% ownership in the company. Which is really cool, right? Like, one basketball player, was the original, like, he was signed to the first ever Nike deal. Now, it was between either $100,000, which at the time you couldn't even make 100 grand a year playing pro ball, or like $100,000 and a shoe, like a signature shoe, or you could get about 10% ownership in the company. And at the time, though, Nike wasn't as big of a company as they are now. They literally had just made their first ever basketball shoe, because the original basketball shoes were either Converse or Adidas, and Nike was never a basketball shoe company. But now it's literally the biggest shoe company for basketball. And so they weren't like that rich. The people there who were owning the company weren't making billions yet. So the guy just decided he was leaning towards taking 10% of the company and being like, yeah, that, you know, other 90% can go wherever to the actual owner and whatnot. You know, shoe deals are nice as hell, but you know, when it's between $100,000 in a day and age where NBA players could barely even make $100,000 in a career, like where Wilt Chamberlain was only making a 2.5 mil in his career of 15 years, in that day and age, you know, $100,000 would have been a lot. All right, especially if you're making less than 100 grand a year. Getting 100 grand on the spot for agreeing to be endorsed by a shoe company is sick. Alright. The fact that this guy could have easily gotten 10% ownership was over $8 billion lost on that one contract, okay? This decision was between, realistically, at the end of the day, making over $8 billion because he has 5% at least. I think it was like 10% ownership, which means that all the money they brought in, he would get 10% of, which Nike is one of the biggest billion-dollar companies in the world right now. Alright. The only other company that sells as expensive stuff as them is like Big Baller Brand, which is also, if you don't know, owned by Lonzo's dad. Yes, big man, it's like LeVar Ball, owned the company. Alright, and he made a company that sells expensive ass basketball stuff and calls it Big Baller Brand. Now I guess that could be a hint to the fact that his family is the Ball family. Lonzo, LaMelo, LeVar, Mama Ball, you know, they all own a portion of the company. Um, it's the Ball family, but um, overall, like that company isn't as big. If you see a big Ball brand sweater though, like that's sick. Yo, if any of you guys want to send me a big Ball brand sweater, my size is a men's medium in Canada. Um, you probably find one on Amazon though. I'm probably gonna get one. I don't know. It's like a lot of people wear their stuff for the brand. It's like, for me personally, I don't care about the brand whatsoever, okay? I care if it's comfortable and if it's somewhat nice, okay? I only care about the brand when it's the shoes. Like, if they're a pair of, you know, casual Converse, you'll be sending them to me and I'm like, who the hell made these? Like, a 2-year-old trying to make his PS4 friends? But then you send me like a pair of Jordans and I'm like, damn, we talking here. Alright, now I do have an issue with some shoes. Right, there's some Jordans that look nice, or a lot of like basketball shoes that look really good. And then there's the basketball shoes that you question on if they were meant to be taken seriously, okay? I saw one pair, I think they're like LeBrons, I don't know, they might be Jordans. They're one of those two. And they're so weird, okay? And they look like they took like maybe a minute of work because like literally just circles around the shoe. If you own those shoes, then you should be embarrassed, okay? Oh, he has the nice Raptors jerseys too, which is like, oh my god, I love those Raptors jerseys. Yeah, the Raptors North jerseys are so beautiful. Honestly, like I know that they have like they have two types of that shoe or of that jersey, not shoe. They have the red and white one, and then they have the black and gold, because Raptors are black and gold. Speaking of which, guys, I have bought the cheapest piece of... Alright, this guy is clearly either cheating or just really freaking good at hitting threes with crappy-ass players. Considering the fact that none of these guys have a three-point open above a 75 besides his guy right there, DeJounte Murray. Considering the fact that literally he is the only guy who should have a three-point rating above maybe an 85 tops. The fact that he's hitting almost every shot is surprising. And the fact that I don't even have any points on the board. But if I come back, then I'll be happy. Because these guys are probably really easy to get steals from. Even though he's literally gotten all the steals. Debating on if I should rage quit and take like the loss of a bunch of the MT and also the risk of a temporary ban, or if I should just play this game out and potentially get a comeback, because he's only using the one player. If I can like double team him with my players, then I can like, okay, this guy, he's hacking. Alright, you can't hit greens with a crappy ass Wells, okay? And also I feel like all three of these players are like forwards and guards. I know that Craig Elo is. Don't know about Murray because I didn't check their positions. I just checked their overalls and was like, yeah, these guys have to be bad. Their overall really sucks, which is not what you should be looking at in a player. You should be looking at how freaking this guy has hit every shot. Well, let me just check, okay? Box score. Let's go to his team. 3 for 3, 3 for 3, 3 for 1, or 1 for 1. He's hit a perfect point score. Alright. He's hit perfect. Alright. That is almost impossible if you are using a team of 80s. Okay. A team of 80 should not be going 1 for 1 and like perfect when they're being guarded, okay? For once they missed a shot. That was Craig Elo, a point guard or shooting guard. I don't know his exact position. All I know is that he's a rewards player, and here's my first rewards card. This guy's smurfing, though. I for one believe it, because I'm one of those guys who believes that if they are, like, doing phenomenal with a team of people below an overall 95, then he's smurfing. Yo, I just pull a hard sneaky on him, bro. I freaking bounced the ball off his player's leg and then got it back. Was just literally pulling a hardcore sneaky on him. Alright, Dirk, come on. Yeah, get it back and then bring it over here. Pass it out to the corner for a 3. Alright, now this guy's really crapping the bed here because he has brought his, his only guy who should be able to hit good shots out and then gave me the ball back. I don't know what he was doing there, but all I know is that his ball control is 100% 99. Alright, another 3. Bucket droppers, okay? I don't know what the hell I just said, but I'm just gonna call bucket droppers, okay? Buckets! I'm sorry if any of you guys watch Troy Dan get emotionally scarred by that dude, okay? I do too. Blaze is so cringy. Like, I feel like he's putting the whole gay thing as a joke. Like, he's just joking around. He isn't actually gay, but he just acts like it for the sake of giving his friend Troy Dan some content. If he hits that, yeah. I heavily contested him on that. If he hit it, then it would have been more surprising the time that my dad didn't leave me. I'm kidding. It was more surprising when Mark Zuckerberg was actually revealed to be an Area 51 test subject. Or his dad was. And then he was. And then it was revealed that Mark Zuckerberg actually knows Morse code. But I mean alien Morse code, okay, which is different, okay? The letter B in Morse code actually correlates to the word noodles. Alright, 6 gods. I just realized his name. It does not represent him. It's like, these people, though, I feel like this guy is a god at my career. Alright, because all the people who are good in my career have, like, god names. Alright. I'm contemplating on going to bed right now. I think I'm gonna get one more pack. I'm gonna save up for one more pack. Acquire that pack. Pull a good card from that pack. And then proceed to probably quick sell the card. Okay. Tell me if you agree for this. Alright? In 2K19, or in 2K20, this guy's 3 Smash Flash players. Alright, all you should be able to have a trading system, okay? Kind of like an NHL and like EA Sports games. In those games, you're able to trade. So if you have a good card that you don't really need, but you don't want to sell them on the market because you know that odds are he'll not sell for as much as you want him, or you think, hey, this card's really good and he's worth it. Maybe I can put him up and then get some better cards in return, or multiple cards, like, you know. So that's why I think they should add in trading, where you can like go in, put a card up for trade, maybe even put the recommended rating that you want from the trade. So if you have like a Michael Jordan 99, alright, a Galaxy of Michael Jordan, and it's like, then you'd put in the trade, like it'd be like, preference, and then it's like, preference, Galaxy Opals, like other Galaxy Opal cards, and then it's like, so that means that you know that somebody will trade you, then it's going to be at least another Galaxy Opal. Or if you wanted even a chance at this guy doing it. Now, if a player gets multiple trades, then they're going to, of course, have to pick which trade they want. So, of course, you can make it so you can just review trades, and then over time, just decline whatever ones don't look good. Or if you see one that's really good looking, like if you see Michael Jordan, then if you are trying to get away with a Michael Jordan that has all 99 stats, then you see a Kobe coming up, or no, like you see like 99 LeBron with all 99 stats coming up, with like, I don't know, like, let's just go with Kareem, right? And you're looking for big men too. Then it's like, okay, but then it's like, I'll keep that in mind because I still have another couple trades. So then it's like, alright, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to check if there's any better trades. And then you find out that there's one that you got offered for Kobe and the LeBron. Then you're just like, damn, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. And then you can do that trade. You can agree to that trade, trade it, and then overall, it's just a safe way of accepting and trading things. God damn it, game. Alright. I'm literally going up against the tallest player to ever play a regular season game in the NBA. I'm playing against Manute Bol. Now, the reason why I say play a regular season game is because Taco Fall is technically taller than Manute Bol, and they won't base off of current height, they base off of standing reach in this situation, which Taco Fall has the tallest standing reach in the NBA history of 10 foot 2 inches. And then, no, just imagine his wingspan going like 7 chairs. Alright, because he's like massive. He's tall. He also is the player, he's the tallest right now, and has the most, like, he's the heaviest player, weighing like 300 some pounds, taking over Marjanovic. But I guess being tall doesn't mean that you're gonna exactly. Weigh like a pickle. Okay, the one who's really light, surprisingly, is Manute, because even though he was 7'7", he weighed less than 200 pounds. Okay, he weighed like 190 something, which is almost my weight. Also, that gives you a fact I'm fat as hell. But like, weighing almost as much, or weighing just more than a teenage boy is surprising. Unless that teenage boy is like 7'9", and or is like 7 foot in general, and is just really like pretty good, like, or pretty unhealthy. Like, the average weight though kind of bases it on how, like, you know Manute Bull was very much way too skinny for his height. Alright, like, you see this guy in this game, it's like, yeah, he looks like he's been working on calves. Like, he looks like a normal, 7'7" guy. But in person, he was a freaking twig. Like, that's why he couldn't, like, that's why he was so good at slashing. It was because he could slip through everybody. Like, um, realistically, he could have easily been one of the best. But unfortunately passed away. And now, his younger son, Bobo, plays in the NBA. I think it's something good to this day in histories, but I don't care about those because you can't click sound. David Robinson just hanging off there. I don't even know if that was Robinson, but it could have been. Alright. Wow, that was a good defense play. Who do you think is going to win the defensive player of the year this season? I don't know. I know that my personal favorite candidate for potential best, defensive player is not a starter. And that is Taco, because of course his 7'7" being the heaviest player in the league, is like perfect for a player who's supreme at defense. Okay, if you want to play a player who knows how to defend the paint, especially, you're gonna need to have height. Alright, now you're also gonna need to be able to stuff the hell out of Zion, which for Taco, the only issue with Taco is that the fact that he's so tall and that he can literally touch the rim and go further by simply standing really gives him no reason to get a vertical leap. So his only issue is the fact that if Zion can jump high enough, then he can get a dunk on him. The only issue with Zion is that he's going to need to dunk over literally the tallest player in the NBA. But it shouldn't be too hard because he literally has a below average vertical. The average vertical is about 20 inches. Taco I can't even say has a 5-inch vertical, okay? He just goes above his tippy toes to dunk. Right, to dunk, he literally just like, it's effortless because of how tall he is. Like, the tallest player in the NBA history. Alright. Being 7'7", the biggest standing reach in history, too. Full on expect him to be a great defenseman in the paint, alright? Seeing that he's pretty slow. He's not at all good at rushing the paint. He's good at destroying, like, he's good at crashing the glass and whatever. And, like, cleaning it up real quick. He's good at that stuff. Like, he's gonna have an average of about 10 rebounds a game, maybe. I mean, if Westbrook can do that along with 10 points and 10 assists, I think that, he can do that with, like, even a point. Okay, no? But he's unathletic, which does give him one disadvantage. And that is, if a team is quick enough, they can get to the paint, drive it in, get a dunk right before he even gets there. However, I think that he has long enough legs that he will be able to go down there pretty quick, but he definitely does not have the right stature and figure. Like, being tall doesn't mean crap. You need to be tall and fast, okay? You need to be tall, fast, and able to get down, jump up. Now, if he was fast, then that would be like a whole new NBA potential for us, especially for defensive men, because being massively tall, alright, having the biggest height in the NBA, being fast in general, can immediately lead to so much potential. Alright, now when I say he has a lot of potential, I mean like a ton, okay? He could easily win Defensive Player of the Year if he was fast. Alright, the reason why I'm saying that is because being defensive means that being fast means that he can rush down there. And if Zion's coming there, he can also, if he gets both speed and vertical, okay? Combine those on a guy who's one of the biggest players that will probably ever play in the NBA right now. Unless there's like somehow a robot that gets in the NBA that's 8 feet tall, can run the speed of light, and literally jump like to the roof, okay? Fully expect by the end of his career he'll have at least one Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, a lot of the bigger men might have shorter careers because of how big they are. I'm really hoping this guy gets kicked from the game, but I'm pausing it for a long ass time after just to be an a-hole. Alright. Like, dude, stop procrastinating. How? Okay, well, but no, being the tallest player to ever live in the NBA, along with getting any form of speed and stamina, means you're gonna be getting a lot of chase downs, and if he could run fast, if he could run and jump, okay, he could have the potential even being able to be the first player to score a 3-point dunk, okay? Now, I don't know if that's actually allowed, but it is possible. Dunking from the 3-point line is technically possible. It's never said that it is impossible. And the reason why I know that is because if you can dunk from the 3-point line, the rules and regulations of basketball say that you must lift off from behind the 3-point line to score. Wherever your feet land does not matter. If your feet land anywhere inside of the paint or inside the line, as long as your feet lifted off from the 3-point line, you can technically score from anywhere inside the paint. Alright, if you can run and get enough of a boost, you could score a 3-point layup where you just jump really far, alright? And then you just lay it in from like right next to the net. Alright. But if you are able to jump further, you can potentially jump from the 3-point line, and because there is no rule saying that you can't, you can then proceed to dunk it. There's no rule saying that you can't hit a dunk from anywhere behind the 3-point line, and because of the rules and regulations, if somebody was actually able to do that in a game, they would be forced to give them 3 points. Going by NBA rules and regulations, they would also probably be invited to the dunk contest on the spot by the referees themselves, along with winning it, because if they can jump that far, they have a load of potential. They can do a freaking free throw line 780, 720 freaking behind the back alley-oop, okay? Or no, just dunk, okay? They can do a good dunk, like a flashy one from the 3-point line. That'd be sick if somebody could do that. It's like they just jump from the 3-point line, do a freaking double pump. And no, I don't mean that they're gonna whip out a controller, play Fortnite. Go back to that old thing that was killed when they nerfed it. And then they're just gonna freaking use that in a dunk. No, I mean like they will pump fake it, okay? You guys know what I mean if you watch basketball. Alright, if you don't watch basketball though, then why are you watching this stream? This is a stream going for a basketball player in a basketball game. Get in, ball. You know, if he makes that, yeah, he had no chance, okay? No chance of making it like that. Okay, long distance being guarded by a player who's 4 inches. Actually, I was gonna say long distance against a player who's 4 inches taller than you, and then making a 3 is impossible, but then you've seen James Harden shooting a 3-pointer with 4 Warriors on him, including 2 who have won Defensive Player of the Year. Probably at least. No, 1 who's won Defensive Player of the Year. Like 2 MVPs. And literally 4 of the starting 5 for the Warriors on him. Alright. And he still dropped the 3 like nothing. That is why he is considered one of the hardest to guard in the NBA. Because he can literally score from anywhere on the court. Like, the only difference between his scoring abilities and Steph Curry's is that Steph Curry can score from half court and get buzzer beaters like that. James Harden, on the other hand, can get a clutch 3 to win the game. Not only will it be a buzzer beater, but he can be heavily contested. He can be smothered by the entire team and still manage to clutch it, alright? There's 2 situations when there's when you're down by 2 and it's the last 10 seconds of a game. There's the, you know, finals, whatever you want to call it, what NFL players call the final stress, even though it's just the end of the game. It's like that moment where the quarterback will throw the Hail Mary, alright? You will go down, but then it's like the Peyton Manning in that one year when they got their ass whooped by the Seahawks. You will have that nervous moment where it's like, end of the game, if I score this 3, then I won our team the game. But if I miss this 3, that lost the team the game, and everybody's going to be mad at me. So you're either going to have that, where you're completely unconfident, you're not going to score, and you just put a bunch of stress on yourself. And due to that, you'll actually completely airball the 3-pointer. Or you'll just miss it, even when you're wide open. Some people will do that. Okay? Or you're going to have the James Harden style, where it'll be the end of the game, 3 seconds left, and all that'll be going through your head is, I'm going to make this shot, win us the game, and I will be a legend. Alright? which is literally James Harden. He is probably the best player currently who has not won a ring because he just doesn't have good players on his team with him. He had Chris Paul, who is definitely going to be a Hall of Fame point guard, but you know, he's never run a ring. Yeah, stuff like that. Also, I heard that Kyle Lowry messaged Jonas Valanciunas, the former center for the Raptors, and said, "What's your ring size?" So I think Kyle Lowry is going to get Jonas Valanciunas his own personalized ring. I wish he did that with DeRozan though, because Kyle Lowry and DeRozan were like pizza and pasta. You put them in a box and then you end up getting them on a cock. Alright, that was a crappy mini lad joke, but no. They were like freaking spaghetti and meatballs. They went together perfectly. They're best friends. Alright, they're like a dog and me, okay? Best friends. But then they leave each other and then it ends up turning into a cry fest. Alright. Like, everybody's gonna be sad when DeRozan leaves. Stuff like that. Kawhi became a Raptor. Everybody was happy. Won a championship. But I personally think that if there was one Raptor who currently plays in the NBA that was traded over the offseason and completely got ripped by the Raptors, or they agreed to it, they didn't give a crap, it'd be DeRozan, okay? If there's any player who deserved to still be considered a member of the team and that deserved a ring along with all the staff and the players, it'd be DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan on the team helped the team get to their many playoff runs. But the good news is the Raptors' finals record is 1-0. And they've only played 6 finals games ever. It'd be cool if the Raptors won another finals in the next couple years, but let's be honest, the odds of that happening are like slim. Okay? The Raptors have completely died. Alright? Let's just go for the MT here. One. A single rewards point or token, whatever. Don't give me 3 now. Perfect. Alright, 750. Not good at all, but not bad. I'm not going to complain. Right down the middle. Alright. Well, that was horrible. Just because I'm bored, I'm desperate, I'm gonna open up a dynamic duos pack. Alright, and then stream's gonna end because I need bedtime. Only an amethyst. I regret this strongly. Jordan? DeAndre? Yeah. Well, good night, guys. I'm going to bed now. Peace.